Hey, welcome back to another CBB talk with your boy Will Dickinson. And wow, this is weird. I'm not in my normal setup for the first time ever recording a CBB talk, but I couldn't go another day without talking some college ball. And man, I only have one screen. Usually I work with two, so I do not know how well this is going to work. So I'm going to try to look at scores on my phone. Yahoo Sports always be hooking me up with the best sports app to follow live uh sports besides golf, which I use ESPN for. But yeah, Thanksgiving was yesterday. It was a pretty good day. Besides my Redskins getting off to a really just an amazing game we played yesterday. Impressive win or for Dallas. Impressive win for Dallas. Impressive game for us as well. Only lost by 35. So proud of the guys there. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah. So I'm gonna be recording this episode here. I think okay, not minimize Zoom. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to look at my top. I can look at my top 25 a little bit. Okay, so we had Maui finish up. We had Battle for Atlantis going through. We have the finals for that today. But let's just go with some games from the Wednesday slate. That was the Maui Championship Day. We had some good games. Arkansas survives, and then Arkansas did lose yesterday. Drops out my top 25. Let's see. We gotta talk about Maui first. Let's talk about the semifinal game where Kansas ends up taking down Tennessee in a pretty good game there. A good win for Kansas. I dropped them down to fourth overall in my rankings. With Purdue being one, Marquette being two, Arizona three. I got Kansas sitting at four there. A good game. Hunter Dickinson performs well again. And a strong second half there from the Jayhawks there. Kevin McCullough's been just super consistent. 14 in this one. KJ Adams had 13, and they are lacking guard play, and I see that a lot with some of these teams. Especially like teams with like Purdue and teams like Purdue. I mean, sorry, Purdue, Kansas. Um, those teams really lack guards. Um, Unlike Marquette, who has plenty of them. Tennessee, I dropped. Where did I drop Tennessee to? I dropped them to 8. They are a two-loss team. They're my highest two-loss team, but losing to Purdue and Kansas, I can't drop you that much for that. And they kept both those games pretty close there. Um, but now what you want to see there. You want to only lose one game in Maui. But that championship game, man, one of the best games, maybe the best game of the college basketball season so far, a back and forth one. Purdue with us just had a dominant first half there. Of course, Lance Jones makes that 3/4 length of the court shot at the half to go up by 12. But Marquette really battled in that second half and just played amazing. Oso Ighodaro was super amazing down the stretch, hitting floaters over Edie. Tyler Kulik, Cam Jones combined for 39, and they have the best guards in the country there with Sean Jones coming off the bench as well. Um, I really do like this team. Stevie Mitchell had some good moments there. Um, I really do think Marquette can win the national championship this year. And this was a tough game. Zach Edey, just a good player. And down the stretch, they couldn't get rebounds, and Seki gets two clutch offensive rebounds to win the game there, and seal it for Marquette. Marquette should have called a timeout down the stretch there with about 4 seconds left. They get a bad shot there by Cam Jones at the end. But if your takeaway from Marquette is you're the best team in the Big East and you can win a national championship, I move them up even though they lost. They're now my number 2 overall ranked team, and they only lost by 3 points to Purdue, who beats pretty much everyone in non-con that's not a tournament team, um, not in the tournament. So Purdue's really good. I'm a little tired of them, but I have to respect them. They won an insane run. Zach E's looking like he can win national player of the year once again, um, which would be just a dominant run from Edie. And right now, Purdue is the best team in the country, and I don't love that, but also they deserve it. They've been playing that good, and yeah. Purdue, number one in the country, playing really, really well there. All right. So yesterday, Thursday, we had some other good games. Battle for Atlantis kicking off some other MTEs. By the way, Wednesday, JMU won their MT, because I'm always going to be talking about JMU basketball, the Cancun Challenge. They won their championship game 95-64 over Fresno State. Shout out to TJ Biggerstaff, my guy. One MVP of that MTE there. Virginia survives, and they lost that game to Wisconsin very badly. But they survive against West Virginia. They're 5-1. They're not in my rankings. There's a lot of teams better than them. And their offense is going to have to improve. It's always been a weakness for Virginia teams. But this year it might be a little bit of a bigger problem. Florida got a nice one over Pitt there. Florida's 4-1, only lost Virginia. They are looking, pretty solid so far. For start there, Wisconsin ends up winning the Fort Myers Invitational there over SMU. So Wisconsin, got off to a shaky start, but they're looking better now. 4-2 on the season there. They're playing well. We saw Arkansas surviving in Stanford. Then they have to go play. They had to go play. I believe Memphis yesterday. They end up losing. I've been super impressed with Memphis so far. They're new into my rankings. They're in my rankings yesterday. They're now 16th in the nation, man. They went from not being my rankings and 2 days later being 16th. You be a really good Michigan team, and then you go be an Arkansas team who I thought was going to be really good. It just really impressed me. I got them 16th in the nation for a reason. I think their experience, and I think that's a big thing that that Penny's done, is get a lot of experience, guys. Go through the transfer portal. Javon Quinley's been very good. David Jones has been very good. A nice win there. Yeah, David Jones 36 in this one. Unbelievable. Quinley struggled in this one. Didn't matter. Caleb Mills has been solid. And yeah, when you go through experience, your team is going to get off to better starts there. And we've seen that Arkansas also goes through the transfer portal, and they're going to find their stride. Trayvon Brazile still trying to get fully healthy there. Hasn't got off to the hot start he's wanted to. Tremont Mark's been their leading scorer, and he only had 12 in this one. Arizona, they're looking dominant as ever. Michigan State drops their third game, and that is concerning. They're not really in my honorable mentions anymore. Like, they've been really struggling. I moved Arizona again up to number 3 in the country. Good 6-point win over Michigan State there. Caleb Love 17. No, not an efficient 17. But 17, but I'm not expecting Caleb Love to be efficient at all. Kashad Johnson, 13 in this one. Killian Boswell got off to a hot start, kind of struggled down the stretch. Michigan State goes on a good second half run, but at the end of the game, Arizona did pull away there. Yeah, I mean, Tyson Walker at 18, he's been playing really good. He's averaging 22 this year, and AJ Hogard finally had a decent scoring game. They're still struggling from 3 in this one, and they got to find some bench scoring, and they're throwing Matty Sissoko off the bench in this one. He had 2 points. I think Michigan State's gonna be fine. I think I overrated them going into the year, and I mean that's very fair. I had them ranked preseason number 4th, and right now they're 3-3. So it's worrying for sure, but I'm not gonna overreact and think they're not gonna be a tournament team this year. And besides JMU looks like a good team. Duke and Arizona aren't bad losses. And Arizona's really, really good. Right behind Marquette. But I like Marquette's team. That Marquette's played a little bit of a tougher schedule. A really shocking upset was Creighton getting blown out by Colorado State. Isaiah Stevens looks like a really, really good player. 20 in this one. And yeah, Creighton just couldn't score the ball, man. Baylor Scheinman struggled from 3. Really, just the shots weren't falling. That's a big thing in college basketball this year. We've seen a lot of teams get upset because the 3 ball was not going in. And Creighton, I dropped the 14th in the nation now. After that loss, gone behind Kentucky. Now that puts them 3rd in the Big East, behind Marquette, and UConn. And Colorado State, good 5-0 team, playing well. Beat Boston College, beat Creighton. We'll see them next Wednesday against Colorado, and the perceives the best team in that state. And then they go at Washington, and then they kind of get into some easier games before going into the Mountain West schedule. And they look like right now, them or San Diego State looks like the best team in the Mountain West. I got them, in my honorable mentions, considering them to be ranked. Iowa loses to Oklahoma, but really the best game yesterday, or close to it, was between teams that have faced off in the national championship before, North Carolina versus Villanova. And many people I've been seeing, especially because I'm from a North Carolina part of the country, was North Carolina game robbed by refs. I'm not too sure about that. Eric Dixon 34 in this one, as Villanova takes down UNC in overtime. Look, Villanova took a weird loss to Penn this year, and they're gonna, Kyle Neptune is gonna is still a young head coach, coaching at Fordham and then coming to Villanova. It's a big step, and this is a really good win for them. 34 for Eric Dixon, Justin Moore at 16, and look, again, they didn't have a lot of great 3-point shooting this one, but Eric Dixon was dominant over Armando Bacot, who only finished with 8 points. Had 18 rebounds, but 8 points for Bacot. RJ Davis, Harrison Ingram both had 20 in this one. Cormac Ryan, 18. Again, they're gonna have to find some bench going. Elliot Cadeau's got off to a little slower start to start his career. And UNC, I think UNC is gonna be good. But I dropped UNC below Villanova in my rankings. I moved Villanova back into number 19, and I dropped UNC to 22 there. I had UNC high because they were winning games, but I didn't love them. And I don't think it's gonna be the same situation as last year where they missed the tournament, but I don't know how well this team can contend the ACC. They're definitely not a top 2 team there with teams like Duke and Miami. FAU is playing a game right now against Texas A&M. So right after I finish this, I'm quick. I'm going to edit, post it, and trust me, I'm going to be watching the FAU Texas A&M game in the ESPN whatever Challenge Championship game. That's a really good game. FAU trying to avoid their second loss of the year. Don't want to have that there. Yeah, Texas. That's going to be a really good game there. And then Battle for Atlantis Championship today is going to be Memphis versus Villanova. A very good game. Winner. We'll see if Memphis can win that because man, Memphis is coming out of nowhere and looked like an elite team, and Villanova trying to get a big win with Kyle Neptune and kind of just get that Penn win out of their head, but. The Ivy League's looking really good. I have Princeton in my honorable mentions. They look really good. Like this team made a Sweet 16 last year, and I kind of forgot about that, but they've been good. Beating Rutgers, they beat some good teams, and they're undefeated 6-0, playing really well. Yeah. So FAU, Texas A&M right now 8-6 with 16 minutes left. I'm excited to go finish this quickly. UNC, Arkansas, 2 teams that need wins. Arkansas loses 4-3. I'll get them out of that top 25 easily. UNC loses, they're probably dropping out as well, and we'll see if Arkansas can find their way back in there. Let's see. I'm looking through. Oklahoma USC is a good one there. In that, and what's that NT in? I think it's like the South SoCal Challenge or whatever. Good game. Oklahoma's on the field. See if they can put someone on the map. Yeah, Battle for Atlantis Championship taking place at 3:30 today. St. Mary's is 2-3. Wow. They need a win against Davidson today. Baylor, Florida is a good game taking place a little bit later. That's in Brooklyn. 5:30 game. Let's see Baylor get a win. Baylor's in my top 10 teams right now, ranked at number 10. Again, I wasn't super high on Baylor this year, but they've been playing good with that win over Auburn to start the year, and see if they can get their second really good win of the season there. Alabama versus Ohio State's a good one. Alabama's first real test of the year. Let's see, anything else that's good? BYU NC State, really good one here late night. BYU beat Arizona State, and NC State beat Vanderbilt yesterday. So that's a really good one in that championship there. One of those teams will win, and BYU could be in my rankings there. They have some good wins, beat San Diego State this year. So Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many games Saturday with college football. Of course, you got the game between Michigan and Ohio State. It's going to be a really good one. But yeah, Feast Week has been amazing, and we still got a couple some more great Feast Week games coming up. So I do not know how this was, but look at my hair. Jeez, all right. A great episode away from home. I mean, my first one ever doing it, so hopefully it comes out good. Um, yeah, brought my mic, brought my laptop. Hopefully this editing process won't be too slow. All right, peace out, guys.